So this is my video on les nombres, numbers in French. We're going to have a look at cardinals, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and ordinals, like 1, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So let's have a look at the cardinals first. So, écoute et répète. 1, une. Now, this one you might see, when we're counting we always use un, but you might see une before a noun, like une table, one table, or a table. So you might see that. But otherwise, when you count and use un. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 1 to 10. We'll keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now just be careful of 15, that begins with a Q, a QU, not like the beginning letters of the other numbers. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so if you have a look at the last, these three here, they're made up of 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9. And then we have 20, 20. Okay, so just be careful of those. Spelling E and I round the right way, that's often a spelling mistake. And the 15, just be careful of that, as I said before. Okay, so keep going. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So notice the only one that has the and in it, 20 and 1 literally, is the one that we do 21, and it's the same for all the other 10s as well. The rest of them are hyphenated with the other number. So 22 hyphenated, 23 hyphenated, etc. Okay. So then we have 30, 31 as I said. Then we have 32, 34, 35, 36, etc. 40, 40. 50, 50. 60, 60. Now in France, mainland France, we have 70, which is literally 60 and 10 to make 70. But in Belgium and Switzerland, they use 70, 70. So if you were doing 71, it'd be 71, 72, 73, 74. But in mainland France, we go on to 71, so 60 and 11, which give you 71, sorry. 72, hyphenated this time, so we have 72. Okay, and then follow on like that, so 73 would be 73, 74, 74, so 60 and 14, 60 and 15, 16, 16, etc. And then we have 80, so 4 20s literally. Again, in Belgium and Switzerland, they'd use octant instead of this. It'd be octant et un, octant deux, octant trois, octant quatre. But 80, 4 20s in France. And then if you want 90, well, let's do this one. 82. Notice this one, that the S disappears when you do it in any other number than 80. And then if you want 90, we do 80 and then 10, so 4 20s and 10 literally. That give us 90. Again, Belgium, Switzerland, 90, 91, 92. And then if you want 92, we do 92, so 4 20s and 12, which gives us 92. Okay, and then just carries on like that. It's 93, 94, etc. And then 100, 100. 101, 101. Notice the and's missing in the French. 130, 130. Okay, then we go on to the hundreds. 200, fairly simple. But if we have any other number than 200, the S gets dropped, and then we add the number after it. So 203, 400, 410, Notice the S's are going. Okay, and that's for all of the hundreds that works with. 1000, 1,000. 4000, notice no S on the end of here, so 4,000, not 4,000s, as in English, might be. 200,000, 200,000. And then 1 million. Okay, so let's have a bit of practice. Tend to do. Practice your numbers. If you're not sure, go back and have a revise, and then come back to this. So, plus is plus, moins is minus. Have a go at doing the maths. Now, I'd like you to write them out in words so you get practice of spelling them, but you can write them out in figures initially. So pause it now and have a go. Okay, let's go with the answers. Numéro 1, 63, 2, 11, 3, 4, 4, 32, 5, 4, encore, 6, 15, careful for the spelling of that, 7, 84, okay, careful that you've not put an S on here, 8, 118, don't forget not to put an and there, and no S on there, 100, well, 9, 11, encore, et 10, 210, again, no S on the 100. Okay, well, on continue. Let's have a look at the ordinal numbers now. So we've got premier or première. It's the only one that has a feminine form. Premier, masculine, première, feminine, before a noun in French. Deuxième, troisième, quatrième, cinquième, sixième, septième, huitième, neuvième, dixième. Okay, a couple of things to think about here. The accent here, grave accent on all of these E's here, and then a feminine for here. No accent on the masculine. Pronunciation, the X here and the X here becomes a Z sound, so sixième, dixième, and then be careful of 9, it goes to neuvième and not neuvième. Okay? Right. And you must make sure that you agree the adjective when it's the masculine and the feminine one at the above. Okay. Now, sometimes I get students saying, well, the writing in French numbers with ST next to it, or ND. Now, obviously in French, it doesn't end in these second, third endings. So we take it off of the ending of the word that's the ordinal. So first, premier would have ER above it, or if it was a feminine thing it was describing, you had première, you'd have ERE. And then the rest of them just have 2 or 3 or 4 with an E next to it. If you have French language locked on your computer, it will automatically put a little E above it, like it would do in English. Okay, I hope you got the hang of that. So let's have a little go at some practice. So, okay, I've noticed that I've left it in the Spanish here, so a pratique, P-R-A-T-I-Q-U-E, I apologise for that. So numéro 1, so let's have a go through these, see if you can write them in just in figures. So 8e, 10e, 7e, 5e, premier, 9e, 3e, 6e, 2e, 4e. Oh, another thing that I forgot to say, on the numbers, 5e has an extra U after it, other than the others where they have the number and then EM after it. Okay, so pause it now, have a go, and then we'll go over the answers. Okay, so 8th, 10th, 7th, 5th, 1st in the masculine form, 9th, 3rd, 6th, 2nd, and 4th. Okay, let's try it the other way around now. So you practice writing the words. Okay, so 10 to 2. Pause it now, have a go, write it out, and then we'll go over the answers. So, numéro 1, 10e, 2, 7e, 3, 2e, 4, premier in the masculine, or première in the feminine, 9e, remember how I said about the spelling of this with a V and not an F, 6e, 8e, 3e, cinquième with an extra U in there, and quatrième. Okay, good. Again, apologise for the practica. I had a Spanish version of this. Pratique in French, Pratique. Okay, another thing to run out. Okay, right, hopefully you're okay. Rewind it back if you need some practice.